Ooh, don't look at your 401k. The market's crashing. What does it mean for you and me? Are people still going to want to do a mortgage? Yes, they are still going to want to do a mortgage. And let me just tell you why. I want to just give you some stats and let you take this and then see where your clientele falls in and maybe how you can use this as messaging. Of all the equities, that's all the stocks that are out there in the US, roughly 1% of the population, 1% of people own about 50% of all the stocks. So that 1%, the richest of rich, they're getting hammered today. They should be very upset about where the stock market's at. If I go down to the next tranche, the upper 10% of the wealthiest people own somewhere between 85 to 90% of all of the equities. So 10% owns roughly 90% of all the stocks. That leaves the bottom 90% with about 10%, and the lower 50%, so the average and below, own roughly only 1% of the total stock market. And most of them folks actually have more debt than they have anything else. So, and who's your clientele? Is it Kim Kardashian? Did she reach out on a credit trigger for you to do a mortgage for her to buy her ninth house? No, she didn't. Those ultra wealthy people, those upper top 10 percenters, probably a bulk of them are out buying cash. They're not doing anything anyways. And a large percentage of homes, believe it or not, have been being bought with cash. Maybe they actually come out of the market. So as their stocks and their equities get beat up, maybe they won't be as likely to buy another property. So for the most of the world, 90%, the lower people in the equity thing here, they have the same problems today that they did when the Dow or the stock market, their problems are the exact same. They're struggling to figure out what's going on with their credit. How does that work? How do they afford things? How are they going to save for a down payment? What kind of down payment assistance programs? Can I even find a house? What's the inventory look like? So for them, as we start to see some uncertainty in the stock market, we're seeing mortgage rates come down. So the bulk of people, this is helpful for. When we talk about the middle class or most of the world, interest rates coming down is super helpful for them. If I start looking at all of the plethora of down payment assistance programs, that's super helpful for them. If we can actually go in and start cutting out some of the things, maybe if taxes come down, super helpful for them. So there's a lot of moving parts here. Don't get caught up in talking out of maybe your wallet, if you're one of those ultra wealthy, into how it's going to impact your clients, because most of your clients are falling below. They don't own the bulk of the market. They have unique problems. Speak to their problems. And this could be a great opportunity for a lot of people to either get in the market, take advantage of something. And we see interest rates come down. That helps everybody. So just a little different spin.